Hi Gemini, it's Becky from Northern Star Tarot. Welcome to your monthly reading for Pisces season. So this is end of February into, well, is it the 18th? 18th of February through to March when we go into Aries. It's like March the 22nd or something. Anyway, I do apologise that your reading is already set out, but I've just had a massive technical glitch. And I don't want to come away from this reading because I'm feeling it. I'm really feeling it. And I don't want to have to start again because, I was a fair way through it as well. And my camera's just gone all funny and decided to stop recording. And it was just a mess. So I am sorry. I'm going to have to start again. But yeah, your frequency card that come out was originality. The frequency of originality supports our capacity to be unique and original creators of unlimited possibilities in every moment. And then central to your reading, we got freedom and manifestation. And I was saying about this feeling like, because this talked about getting your head and your heart in alignment. And I always see this as like the Chariot. This is having that goal in sight, that thing in sight, being in harmony with the positive and the negative, the yin and the yang energy. I don't want to say not positive and negative. Having our yin and yang energy in balance and just going for it and not having that restriction or feeling that restriction. So already I said this is feeling like a very creative time for you guys. And this is a good time to use the energy on projects, or if it's relationships that you're trying to manifest in that. This is all about getting creative and thinking outside the box. Now, this is the headline. So this is our thoughts, our ideas, past, present, and future. So for energy, underlying energy, we had strength and the devil. And I feel like this is releasing the chains that we have bound ourselves with. Because that's what devil energy is. There's a lot of people that read it as a sort of like a fearful card or a fearful energy. But we wouldn't stay there if it didn't have some pleasure to it, if it didn't have something easy about it. And that's how I see the devil. It's those things that we're addicted to, or those habits that are just easier to fall back into. And this is breaking the chains. And this is why I don't want to pull away from this, because I saw that and it came out and I was like, oh my God, that is such powerful energy. Strength and the devil. That's like massive energy to be overcoming. And I feel like for some of you that there are blocks that you're putting in place, that you're telling yourself, I can't do this, I can't do that, but what if this happens? And the page in the present, we've got the Page of Wands in the present, and then the Page of Swords in the future. Now, this is getting into that childlike energy, because children don't have any limits to the possibilities that they can dream. Children like come up with the most amazing, fantastic scenarios. Oh, there was something else I want to point out as well, because we've got Knight of Swords down there, and on the bottom we have the Knight of Cups, which is Pisces. So I was very drawn to that as well, drawn to that energy, because this is Pisces season. It is the age of the dreamer, and I feel like this is the time to be dreaming big. I'm just plotting small steps to get there. If you feel like, right, I've remembered where I was up to now. I'm sorry. I am dyslexic, so sometimes I stumble with my words a little, but please bear with me. So yeah, Page of Wands brings creativity, imagination. Imagine what a child would do with fire energy. And that's what we're bringing here to whatever it is that this is that you want to manifest, that you want to bring, This is thinking creatively about it. This also talks about letting go of the reins. And that's what freedom is as well, isn't it? It's just flowing. I think the trouble with manifestation sometimes is we can treat it in the sense of, oh, I'm just going to will it to happen. And if you focus so hard on something, sometimes it doesn't happen. I always think about this like when I was breastfeeding my youngest. In fact, no, when I was breastfeeding my eldest, because I didn't manage it. I didn't manage it because I was focusing so hard on trying to do it, to the point that I couldn't do it. With my second child, I just trusted it. I just flowed with it, and it flowed. And that is the thing. It's the truth with our body. It's the truth with nature. If you fell into fast flowing water, the worst thing you can do is struggle against it. And the best thing you can do is just flow with it. The Page of Swords coming up here. This is now looking at small steps that you can take for whatever this is. In fact, you got 3 out of the 4 pages up. We've got Page of Wands, Page of Swords, and the Page of Cups. Now, what that suggests to me, in fact, there are no Pentacles here whatsoever, because the Page of Pentacles is the only one missing. And that to me suggests that there's maybe not any resources for this. There's the passion, there's the idea, there's the heart, there's putting your heart into it. But I feel that sense of a lack of resources, because that is what the Page of Pentacles would be focusing on. If this was a group of kids together building a fort, this would be the one that jumps up and says, I want to build a fort. In fact, that'd probably be this one. I would really love a fort. I would love to build a fort. Let's do that. Okay, let's do that. I'm on board. Let's get it going. Let's do the action. Let's bring the action. Your Page of Swords would be planning. Okay, what resources do we need? Stuff like that. This will be the one talking. This will be the logic in your head, the logic in the group. And the only thing that's missing is the Page of Pentacles, and that is the page that brings those dreams into reality. They go, right, okay, here's some resources that I have collected. Here's some wood. Here's some tape and stuff. And yeah, I was watching I watch a lot of like conferences and TED Talks and stuff like that. And I was watching a summit called Take the Damn Trip. Please Google it. The woman, I am terrible at remembering her name. I am awfully sorry. I'm thinking like, it's not Bethany. Either way, it might be Beth. But either way, she ran the summit, and she was talking about how, like, if you were going to go and climb a mountain, if you stood at the bottom of the mountain and looked up at the top, it's going to look daunting, isn't it? You're going to think, I can't do it. Can't do that. It's too high. It's not reachable. Whereas if you start on the track, if you start on the trail, and you just say, I'm going to get to the first tree, and then I'm going to get to the next tree, and you just take it a tree at a time. And I feel like that's what this Page of Swords, that's the energy that's kind of coming with this, with like, okay, how can we reach this? Because this is a big dream. Nothing small here at all. So what's blocking it? What is stopping you? And if I'm going to get a clarifier for that. I never normally get clarifiers for the underlying energy. Where's that devil there? Oh, way too many. Okay, Judgment. This is massive energy. You got 3 major arcana there. And I love Judgment energy. Judgment energy is when we make amends with our past and we shed that skin. We shed the things that don't serve us anymore. They're gone. We release them. We release that energy. And there's mountains in the background there. This is letting go of that baggage, those old thought patterns, those old ideas that are keeping you pinned down. And it may be based on past experiences. You know, the last time you tried something like this, it didn't work out very well. But by forgiving that energy from the past, if things have changed, if this is different, it could be a different project, it could be you learned from that past. If this is a relationship, it could be that if it's a person returning from the past, that something has changed. And that's something to assess yourself. Ask yourself those questions. Is something different this time around? Because it's our bad experiences of things that hold us back, isn't it? That stop us progressing, stop us going forward and taking those risks again. But this is feeling very much, there's almost a sense of the Fool, the energy of the Fool, of just, you know, just take a leap of faith, or start thinking creatively of ways that you can get there. Because manifestation says that you can't, hold on, sorry, I'm going to read it. I'm going to read it before I butcher it. Manifestation. Release control, evaluate your priorities. And the affirmation is, I am a conscious creator of the energies around me. My heart and mind are unified in spirit. Right now you have the power to manifest your dreams into reality. With pure thoughts and intention, you can create magic in the world around you, allowing energy to flow through you with ease and with purpose. You can create a magical life. Learn to share your natural gifts with others. You are here to help humanity in a positive way. Refrain from sharing your personal intentions now, as they will be easily influenced with others' distorted energy. So, sorry, hold on a minute. Yeah, this is using the energies around you, but letting them flow through you. And this is why I do these readings, because this is the energy of now. This is the energy of Pisces that we're in, which is all about our dreams. It's when we're most connected to our intuitions, to our instincts. And freedom says, free your spirit, take control of your life now. I am moving forward in the direction I choose, bringing me closer to achieving my goals and my divine life purpose. This feels so big. It feels really big. Life purpose big. So let's get some clarifiers as we go. Felt you, and then you come out. Anyway, here's our Pentacles. Wonder where the Pentacles was. Prudence. What I love about this card is he is devoting himself to his work, but he's enjoying it. It's hard work, but it's enjoyable. And he's been working through the night and the sun's come up and he hasn't even realised. Does it still inspire you, whatever it is that you're doing? Because I feel like something is coming up here that uses your creative talents. that calls on you. And like I said, this is big stuff. This is like life purpose stuff. I've got a feeling we're going to start seeing all the pentacles now. I think, so I'll share something with you. I went through a phase last year where I was starting to worry about finances. And I started trying to work in a way that would be better financially. I started looking at other options of things that I wanted to do. And I ended up in quite a bad place. There we go, there's all the pentacles. I ended up quite depressed. I ended up not doing any readings for ages because I was just lost. Because it was not in line with my energy, my spark. It wasn't inspiring me because I was following the money. And I feel that here of just, you know, if you're trying to manifest something like that, come from a place of heart. That's what the Page of Cups there for. So we've got justice and wealth. There's a need for a shift in mindset here. Because justice tells us whatever energy we give out is what we attract back to us. So if you're coming from a mindset of, I can't do it, I can't afford it, haven't got money, haven't got this, if you come from a place of of lack, then that is exactly what you're drawing into you. And that's what you'll see everywhere. It's what you'll feel everywhere. And that's why this reading says come from a place of heart. Come from a place of passion and excitement. What is it that you love? And when you start bringing that into your mindset, when you start speaking those words, there's a card here. It's not come up, but I'm just going to read a bit from it for you because I think it will help. And it's Affirmations. I definitely have a look into affirmations. I know I'm Gemini rising, and I know we can sometimes get caught up in our own head and we can overthink. We have our own little dialogue going on constantly in our heads. So yeah, it's very important how we speak to ourselves, what words we're telling ourselves, because that is then what we embody. So affirmations, powerful intentions manifest now, be positive. Right now, your higher self is asking you to be serious about your intentions, to create a positive and open mindset. Perseverance, will, and patience is required. Like the caterpillar, transformation takes time, and if you want long-lasting results, acknowledge any thoughts, feelings, and possible resistance to positive statements. If you are in a state of conflict, ask yourself questions about why you feel this way and how you can cooperate to achieve the best possible outcome. Create conversations with the self. In this way, supports deep change and resolution to past patterns and behaviour. Invoke the I am presence with all your affirmations. So this is when you come from a place of I am rather than I will be. You embody what you want to become. Something that I did this new year, I love doing New Year's resolutions. I'm an Aries, I like beginnings. So I like planning and plotting and having a goal to aim towards. This year I did something different. At the turn of the year, I was 15 months away from my 40th birthday, which is not this April, it'll be the next April. And I decided to do a vision board for my 40th. And I wrote it from a place that I was already there. I stuck pictures to it of what I want my life to be like at 40. And I so recommend it to anyone. If it's something that you know, if you're just feeling sick of where you are right now, and you're dreaming up big dreams, put it down on paper and see it. And I'm quite a visual person anyway, and I love that any moment when I want to revisit that, I can just close my eyes and I can see it. I can see the pictures. I can see the statements that I put on it. The I am statements. Invoke the I am presence with all your affirmations to solidify and anchor the change and transformation you desire. Using affirmations daily can improve your overall well-being. So I just wanted to read that to you because I feel this over here, that's where that links to. And it's such a good positive message that for anyone who's trying to manifest something, you're trying to reach your dreams and you feel like you're just not there at the moment. We've got Temperance coming up in the past, in the heart space. So this is coming from a place of balance. And you could be completely balanced within yourself. The thing with energy is past, present, future. It all coexists. Energy isn't linear. It's not really time-based. So when we say past energies, present energy, future energies, some of you guys could be at this part of the energy. Others could be here. I see it a bit like bus stops. So someone could have got on the bus earlier, so they're over this way. But then someone gets on it later, so they're at the start of their journey. I'm going to see why Temperance is coming up there, because I feel like this is more of a needing to balance our energies. Because this is the yin and the yang. Yin and yang energy, it's a bit like divine masculine, divine feminine energy. One is positive, one is negative, one is action taken and logic, the other is creative and passive energy. And it's having that balance. It's balancing our fire and our water, our emotions and our passions, our physical and spiritual realm. I'm very curious about that one because for the future one, we've got Four of Cups, which is stagnant energy. It's feeling bored, and I feel that sense of loss here, of just being lost. It's like he's reading the book for guidance. He's not even looking at the book. There's a sense of not seeing the opportunities that are available to you. Temperance. Temperance. There's Temperance there for Gemini. And you get two. Two very positive cards though. The Sun and the Ace of Pentacles. How's that? What brings you joy again, and what action can you take on it now? What seed can you plant now? And I feel like the seed's already been planted. There's already something in your head that you want to take action on. It might be something that you've not told anyone else about yet. This is putting it down on paper. This is declaring, this is what I want. This is where I want to aim to. And then start looking. That Take the Damn Trip. She was talking about micro movements. Inertia. I never heard that word before. And then I heard her speak about it and then someone else speak about it. Which I keep meaning to ask them, did they happen to watch that video? I'd never heard of the word before. But it's the concept of if something's still, then it will it will stay still. And if something's moving, then it will keep moving. So if you can't take big actions right now, what little actions can you take? What little movements can you make? That come out all kind of... Here's our Knight of Pentacles. Do you know what? I've literally just been saying that. The Knight of Pentacles is the builder. He is the slow mover. He understands that things take time. But he is happy to devote that time because he knows the results is worthwhile. I'm curious, actually. I don't know if Gemini is Knight of Swords or if it's Queen of Swords. Yeah, it's funny that came out like as I'm talking about that. I don't feel like he needs much explanation, really. That's the energy that you need to get where you want to get here. Four of Cups. Where's the Four of Cups there? Oh. There you go. The Poverty card. Material trouble. And that, what did they say about all the pentacles being missing and now they're all coming up in the clarifiers? It's been interesting working with these two decks together because I tried doing it the other way around and using the darker deck and then the lighter one as clarifiers. But I'm noticing like the underlying reasons have got like a sort of, I don't want to say dark energy to them, but it's like, oh, you're bored and you feel stuck. Why? Because you feel like there's no help. You feel like you're left out in the cold and you don't have the resources to commit to it. Look who's on the bottom. After that one come out is the Four of Cups. Wow. Gemini. I feel you. I really feel you. Like I said, I'm Gemini rising and this is very much hitting home for me. Princess of Pentacles. Which is the same as the Page of Pentacles. So there's our fourth page. What little actions can you take now to get out of this energy? I feel there's the blocker there. The blocker is coming from a place of lack. So on our foundation down here, we have got the Knight of Swords, which is a bloody good card to have in a reading like this because he is ready to go. I'm a little concerned with the fact that he's facing this way. Doesn't really feel like he's going into the reading. I feel like he's just on standby. He's like just waiting. He's waiting for the instruction of like, right, okay, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go on this. Tell me where I'm going. Give me a direction. And I will go do it. I will go pursue it. You got the seed to plant there. And it can't grow until you take action on it. The thing with the aces is they're the beginnings, but it's the beginning in your mind. It is when you have that thought or that feeling. Nothing happens until you take the action on it. And that's what the Knight of Swords does. He will go act on it. Once you've got that clarity in your mind, that energy will just run with it. And right in the center here, we've got the Emperor. I feel like this is Aries energy, my sun sign. There is an innate confidence about the Emperor. There has to be. He can't second guess. He can't doubt his decisions. And that's where I feel like there's a sticking point here of just being stuck on the decisions, being stuck in the thoughts. Let's see. I've got some more out for the Knight of Swords. What came out? Oh my word. I was just talking about aces and how it's the thought, it's the feeling. What is your heart invested in? This is coming from a place of heart. Once your heart has made those decisions of what direction it wants to take, then the head can get on board. And it's just quietening those naysaying voices, those, oh, it'll be too hard, it won't work, it didn't work last time. This is changing your internal dialogue to fit where you want to go and where you want to be. And then you'll take action on it. The head follows the heart. We've got strength on the bottom there. This is massively moving outside of your comfort zone. Taking you out the realms of where you are now, into the realms of where you want to be. And yet it's scary, and yet there's things to risk. There always is. Oh, I really need to start writing down people who I quote often. I'm sure if you Google it, you'll hopefully find the right person who quoted it. But someone said if you're not afraid of your dreams, then you're not dreaming big enough. The fact that there's a fear factor there, the fact that your brain is throwing up that, oh, I don't want to do this, means it's worth it. The Emperor. There's the Emperor there. Oh. The Star. And the Princess of Cups. I'm just going to take a sip of water. Like I said, this is a dream. This is a massive dream. Where is your guiding star? You know, when I named Northern Star, it instantly came to me. I normally have to fuss about names of things. That just instantly became Northern Star as soon as I decided I was going to do tarot readings. And the biggest reason for that, when I thought, why Northern Star? Aside from the fact that I am a northerner in North England, it was also that I wanted people to find their guiding star, to find their own North Star that they follow. To unlock that in ourselves, and that is what the Star card is about. It is choosing something that we want and reaching for that and bringing it into our reality. An Emperor, that's divine masculine energy. This is taking action, taking control, standing in your power to make it happen, and being confident with it. I know that can be easier said than done, but once you start telling yourself those affirmations, I am able to create this, I am able to earn this. Whatever your I am is, this is finding that, following that, and coming from a place of heart. I got Page of Cups out twice. How would a child approach this? If you have a look at the main reading, I think it was the main reading that mentioned working with the inner child. I don't know if it was that or last week's energy reading. I'm sorry, homeschooling and lockdown is just, I've lost track of time. But that feels like a big thing here of, okay, go back, remove those restrictions. How would a child approach this? Because children just say what they want. They say what they need. They go find a way to do it. I have to stop my son sometimes because he gets an idea in his head and he just goes with it. And I'll be in the middle of cooking and he'd be like, Mum, I really want to paint this. I'll be like, all right, just give me a minute. And then I'll turn around 5 minutes later and he has stood there and he's got the stuff and he's got it out. And I'm like, no, I'm not ready yet. But this is what I mean about children, is they don't ever say that. Everything is right now. I want it right now. How do I do it right now? What can I use around me to do it right now? Kid never stops to think about the consequences or think about the restrictions. And I feel like this is a key part of this. And this is the main part of that. That's when we unlock our originality and our creativity and our ability to create the life that we want. By letting go of those restrictions, being free, manifesting our dreams. I'm not going to get a clarifier for Page of Cups. That energy's come up twice now. I think we're pretty much done there with that. Now, I've been using these for the readings for the advice card, which is Angels and Ancestors. I kind of feel like you need a rebel one though. I might get you both. We've got time. Because this is feeling... It feels like you will get more from that. That was really quick. Stay rooted and grounded and intend and create. Wow. Get that. Totally get that. The High Priest, this is very similar to the Emperor. It's divine masculine energy. Set your intentions, go for it. Stay rooted and grounded while you do so. I think that is just like moving within the sphere that we can. Obviously, there are certain things you can't just will into being. You can't mess with the free will of other people. Can't force someone else's actions, only your reactions to things. Earth Guardian, stay rooted and grounded. Take time to connect deeply with the energy of the earth so that you can feel supported and make decisions based on strength and integrity. Strength, which has been a massive thing coming up. It is important for you to take a grounded approach to your current situation. If you are rushing ahead or making a decision based on your more fearful responses, you'll miss out on the growth you deserve. Take some time to calm down and get grounded before proceeding further. Breathe, relax, and connect with your center. This is that flow that I was talking about. You're trying to force something. It isn't going to happen. Sorry, where was I? Then consider what to do. It's important to plant seeds that are going to grow into something beautiful rather than turn into a weed that you have to deal with. And that is the other thing, is what is it that you're trying to grow and where's that coming from? Is it coming from a place of fear or coming from a place of love, a place of heart? And sometimes we have to look at the reason why we want a certain thing or a certain person. I have been there. I have dealt with my fair share of weeds. High Priest, intend and create. Recognize that you have the power to change your life, face your fear and align with the light. You are a bridge between heaven and earth, and it's important for you to know that you are more powerful and connected than you may think. Everything you are giving attention and energy to at this time is creating your way forward. There have been some setbacks, but accept that these as experiences. There have been some setbacks, but accept these as experiences that have led you to a deeper understanding of yourself and your spirit. Know that you are being guided by the ancestors to direct your thoughts and energies towards what you want to grow, heal, and expand, and then watch it happen right before your eyes. And once again, this is going back to that mindset. Let's see, I will grab yours. Another card. So I had them packed away because I've not been using them. Gemini. Advice for Gemini regarding the spread. Come on. I feel like you don't want advice. You're like, I've had enough already, I don't want any more. Hope you're all rushing out to create your vision board. Spread. I have to do this another way because I'm just not. So you didn't think that anything was coming up for you. Relax the hold of darkness and be at cause. Dear Sacred Rebel, this moment in your life requires great courage. Fortunately, you possess that in bucket loads. You're being asked to allow yourself to be lifted out of one level of known reality and into the next level of higher voltage reality. Higher voltage reality requires a more absolute trust and a heart that is surrendered into the greater heart of the universe, so that life can happen to us, through us, and with us more quickly, more radically, more beautifully, and more boldly. You are now being invited into this new reality where things happen quickly and according to bold, loving optimism. This is a reality not only of potential, but of manifestation of the great big cosmic yes. To access this reality, you have to leap from known waters, and others may think you're crazy for doing so. This is that fool energy that I've been feeling throughout. You have to leave behind the dark, weighty grip of hesitation, procrastination, second-guessing, and the belief that you have to do everything on your own. You may fear for your life. How will you be safe in the wild, electric pulse of so much aliveness? How will you function without the hazy, sleep-inducing paralysis of playing it safe? There's that devil energy. taking too long and placing lesser priorities above your sacred art of life. How will you hold yourself back if you don't hold on to fear? You do not need to worry about such things. Life is wild, but it is also wise. It is a force of startling, raw awakening at times, but it is also the natural process of evolution, where all things mature according to a seasonal cycle in right timing. You are a part of, not apart from that process. The invitation to shift gears and jump on board the express train of life will feel exhilarating and perhaps also challenging. When you are in the hold of the darkness, you will feel pushed to turn away, to imagine it all too much, and to create excuses about how your desires aren't grounded enough, that you are being too flighty or flaky, or that you are not living in the real world. That is fear talking, not truth. If the sacred rebel is not awakened, we will continue to live in a culture drenched in fear and distrust of nature. Those without awakened hearts don't yet understand what nature knows. She knows timing. She knows life and death. She knows the creative process. She just knows, and can be trusted to support us, her own creations, in becoming what we can all become, all that we can become. Does this mean that we become passive and just flow along like a limp leaf detached from a tree and blow about randomly by the breeze? No. Being free of the dark hold empowers us to take up our cause. This means being free to act and affirm the intuitive feelings we have by following up on them. This is painting like someone who's lost their mind, completely free and from the heart. It means writing, even though you have no conscious idea of what you are writing, even as the words are streaming forth upon the page before your rather curious eyes. And it means speaking about your work, never hiding it away. Allow it to breathe the fresh air and be held in the gaze of another. Detach from the darkness that would say that it is not enough or must be the best thing ever, whatever that means, in order to be worthy of a place in the world. Instead, just let it be what it is. It might fly, it might endure, and it might not. All of nature, including you, and your passions and dreams will be what is needed when it is needed and how it is needed according to wisdom. We just have to trust in this, within ourselves and within nature herself, through the flow of life, and to participate. You are asked to go within and imagine diving deep off the edge of what you have known. There is so much more calling to you now. It is your time to leap. And the healing process is, say, I accept the offer of life so that I may truly live. Through unconditional love, I now invite and receive all assistance, intervention, protection, and inspiration, so that I may leap into my next cycle of life. Held in the loving grace of wisdom, so be it. You may now like to take an actual jump for joy to finish your healing process, if you want, and if you definitely want to step into that childlike energy that was floating around this. Right, really enjoyed doing that reading for you guys, and I hope it helps, and I will see you again soon. Bye for now.